Hello, I'm Bernie Norcott-Mahany. I work at the Kansas City Public Library at the Blueford branch and also at Johnson County Community College. And this being April, National Poetry Month, I am sharing poems that I like. I'm reading them aloud and then putting them on the internet for people to see me reading them aloud. Not so much to push myself, I think, but because I think it's important to hear poems. And this was the only way that I could think to do this. This is sort of an experiment. What I hope to do someday would be to get lots of people to share their favorite poem, and for us to get copyright permission to do it. But what I'm doing with these poems this year is I am reading poems, all of which are in public domain, and therefore I can read them without worrying about violating copyright law. As someone who works in the library, this is an important thing. So today's poem is a poem by Gerard Manley Hopkins called Pied Beauty. Now, Gerard Manley Hopkins is an interesting character. He's really he lived in the 19th century, and he wrote poems that are crammed full of stuff. It seems like the words are almost going to explode off the page. So much is crammed into a Hopkins poem. So he has, and they're very lush. And he likes to use a lot of assonance, the repetition of initial consonant sounds. So he has this fondness for this alliteration and assonance in his poetry. Now, Hopkins was a Jesuit. He was actually a convert to Roman Catholicism, but he became a Jesuit. And when he became a Jesuit, his initial reaction was to destroy his poems. These were things that I guess were part of his sensual side, and he was trying to deny that. But then he was pretty much encouraged by his superiors to continue working on that because it was clearly something important to him. His poems really only came out after his death, but they are quite beautiful. Some are theologically or spiritually based, but they're often very sensual poems. They're quite interesting. So, Pied Beauty refers to the multicolored beauty of the world around Hopkins as he looks out, and it's a hymn of thanks and praise to God. So, Pied Beauty by Gerard Manley Hopkins. Glory be to God for dappled things, for skies of couple color as a brinded cow, for rose moles all in stipple upon trout that swim, fresh fire cold chestnut falls, finches' wings, landscape plotted and peacefold, fallow and plough, and all trades their gear and tackle and trim. All things counter, original, spare, strange. Whatever is fickle, freckled, who knows how? With swift, slow, sweet, sour, a dazzle, dim. He fathers forth whose beauty is past change. Praise him. So that was Pied Beauty by Gerard Manley Hopkins, a Jesuit poet from the 19th century.